where the oak tree shadows are drawn by Lonesome Hill, where our dreams were born. Old cabin's door swings with whispered tales, echoes of laughter, love's sweet exhales. Under that porch where the sunset bled, we carved our names, now faded and dead. The gravel road that led to our start still guides a trail of a broken heart. Lonesome Hill shut the door on the past, whisper to winds how I thought we'd last. In the dust, in the rain, I roam free, but your ghost in the shadows follows me. Years slip like water through thirsty hands, wide prairie skies turn to harsher lands. That oak has grown, standing tall and proud, its roots buried deep, unlike our vow. The scarf you left still dances in the breeze, frayed at the edges like old memories. Each thread a testament to what's now lost, woven in the fabric of the cost. Lonesome Hill shut the door on the past, whisper to winds how I thought we'd last. In the dust, in the rain, I roam free, but your ghost in the shadows follows me. Oh, how I've wandered, a soul unmoored, each sunset a reminder of the love we stored. Now riding trails where the coyotes call, I find solace knowing I loved it all. Lonesome Hill, close the door, let me be. In the silence, find strength from you, I flee. And under vast skies where old ghosts implore, I'll ride alone, always, forevermore. Let the dust rise, let the shadows fall. Lonesome Hill, in your echo I recall. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers flow, I found a rusty locket gleaming faintly in the glow. Promises like whispered winds through the chaparral so dry, where echoes of our laughter paint the canyons and the sky. Oh, that rusty locket washed away in the rain, like the dreams we built on gravel roads now lost to the plains. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red neath the sorrow's heavy sway. She's a memory riding distant trails, forever washed away. Years swept like the river past the porch where we once sat, now just creaking timbers and a faded welcome mat, where scarf danced with the autumn, a ballet of flame and rust. Only dust remains where once was trust, now swallowed in the gust. Oh, that rusty locket washed away in the rain, like the love we carved deep in the woods, now part of the terrain. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red neath the sorrow's heavy sway. She's a memory riding distant trails, forever washed away. that's lined in stone, swallowed by the stream, a token of the tenderness that lives now in my dreams. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red across the endless freight. She's a silhouette against dying light, forever washed away. She's a silhouette against dying light, forever washed away.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind sings through the branches, where our whisper secrets keep. By the old porch step we'd sit, watch the sun claim the day. Now the wood's bare and silent since you went away. The wind shut the door on the life that we once knew, gone like dust on a gravel road, under skies no longer blue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you left, a piece of you undone in the twilight of those fond old dreams, swallowed by the sun. The empty cabin stands as witness to the echoes of our laughter, but it's the silence fills the air now in the rafters ever after. The trail we walked is overgrown, no more our footsteps trace, just a cowboy with his lonely heart moving from place to place. The wind shut the door on the life that we once knew, gone like dust on a gravel road, under skies no longer blue. Each sunset bleeds like a scarf you left, a piece of you undone in the twilight of those fond old dreams, swallowed by the sun. Now I ride these wild lands beneath the endless stars, searching for a sign in the night, questioning where you are. Is love just a fleeting shadow, a momentary glow, or is it the deepest river flowing where we can't follow? The wind shut the door, and I listened for its sound. I hope it'll swing wide open, turn this lonesome tide around. But it's just me and the fading light, and the cold whisper of the pines, holding on to the memory of your hand once held in mine. The wind shut the door, oh, the wind shut the door.
Out by the creek where the cottonwoods grew, you wove a scarf, the sky was blue. I watched as the shadows danced on your face. Beneath an oak, our hearts found grace. The wind whispered through high saddle leather. Promised us storms we'd weather together, but the storm says nothing as you walked away. Silence like dust on a long gravel way. I yelled to the wind, begged the rain to explain why the sun sets so red and love ends in pain. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past. This old porch knows shadows cast, where laughter filled these empty halls. Now just echoes, boot falls. The cabin stands under twilight's embrace, a monument to your vanishing trace. And the storm says nothing as you walked away. Silence like dust on a long gravel way. I yelled to the wind, begged the rain to explain why the sun sets so red and love ends in pain. On a road that's warm, under stars that still blink, I ride alone with too much time to think. Beneath the cool, moody glow of a moon hanging low, I'm learning to forgive what I can't let go. The storm says nothing, but I found my say. Trails fade out, but memories stay. I whisper to the wind and the rain knows my name. Sunset still bleeding, but I cherish the flame. Yes, the storm says nothing, yet I've learned to pray for peace in the dust where my heart lays. There's a field just past a rusted barn where summer danced and kissed our arms. Your laughter rang through dandelions like a love song without trying. I drive that old Ford, paint peeled gold. We'd race the dust, not growing old. Your sundress swayed with every breeze, back when love was wild and free. Oh, in the fields of '89, we rode forever on a cotton line, with muddy boots and radio static. Our hearts beat loud and automatic. You were 17, I was trying to shine. We were just kids, but God, you were mine. In the golden light of that county line, I lost my heart in the fields of '89. You liked your lemonade with ice, I liked your voice under starlit skies. We carved our names in the old oak tree, it still leans west like memory. You left for school, I stayed to farm, but your goodbye still feels warm. I hear your song in meadow winds, and every spring it starts again. Oh, in the fields of '89, where we slow danced to Patsy Cline, cassette tapes we had to rewind. Those Friday nights felt so divine. Now the scarecrow stands where you kissed me blind, and all that's left are roots in time. But you still bloom in that old design of my broken heart in the fields of '89. Swirling round every time the wheat bends down. I feel your love in this ghost town. So if you drive these roads someday and see the sun-kissed amber haze, stop for a while, feel the air. You'll find us two still dancing there, not as we are, but who we were, in every breeze and every blur. And know that some things time won't mind, like our forever in the fields of '89.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers meet, I found your scarf, a relic soft and sweet. It was tangled in the branches, dancing with the breeze, like it was waiting there, just begging me, please. Oh, scarf forgot, in the wind you whisper her name. Underneath this boundless, burnished sky of flame, every thread of memory, every stain of tear, lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. Those gravel roads we roam have overgrown with time. The cabin's empty echoes our laughter once sublime. Your absence fills the prairie, as wide as skies are vast. In the saddle I ride, haunted by the past. Oh, scarf forgot, in the wind you whisper her name. Underneath this twilight sky, soft as sorrow, wild as flame, every thread of memory, every stain of tear, lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. By the porch I stand, where we'd watch the setting sun, fading trails like our dreams tell of battles never won. But in this quiet place I feel you close, though we're apart. Your scar, a token of the love that fills my heart. Oh, scar forgot, on this lonely dusty ride, I'll keep you close, a treasure for my weary eyes. Every thread a promise, every stain a part of me. Here in the silence where I hold you endlessly. In the chill of the dusk I wear your scarf, embrace the cold. A cowboy lonesome in the tale that's left untold. In the shadow of the oak, where the soft whisper spoke, I first saw her silhouette in the fading light. Beneath the broad brim hat, her eyes like twilight sat. On the porch of Agewood, we shared dreams of flight. Her laugh breezed through chimes in those golden times, where the dust danced with the wind in a lover's sigh. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, echoes of her voice in the cool evening air, riding trails now overgrown, these memories I own. The sun dipping low as if to disappear. Years rode by on storms, through the cold and warmth. Old cabin creaks alone like my weary bones. That gravel road untraced, by time itself erased. Her scarf faded blue, all that's left to own. From the saddle of my past to the horizon's vast, echoes of hoofbeats, now just a heart turned to stone. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, echoes of her voice in the cool evening air, riding trails now overgrown, these memories I own. The sun dipping low as if to disappear. Underneath the stars glow, where the quiet rivers flow, I reckon hearts like ours were born to roam. But every setting sun, like a bullet from a gun, reminds me of the love that I once called home. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, where her whispers in the wind still softly roar. By the empty roads I tread, under skies fiery red, I hold to the sunset forevermore. Yes, I hold to the sunset forevermore. Out by the whispering creek where the oak trees weep, my boots stirred the dust, your scarf caught the breeze. We carved our names under that old porch light. Now I'm talking to shadows in the falling night. The creek sings low, a sorrowful sound, in the place where my heart first got bound. Oh, the creek haunts with its lonely call, where our echoes lie neath the twilight shawl. Every stone and turn, a memory's breath, and the quiet sobs of the stream. I feel your depth, the sunset bleed, it knows my cost. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. Years rolled like the wheels down a gravel road. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Your laughter's a ghost in the rustling leaves, and I'm a shadow man with a heart that grieves. The trails we walk now
this mournful sigh, where dreams drift like clouds in a stormy sky. Each whisper in the wind, you name it, calls amongst the crumbling pines and the weeping falls. The dust settles deep where our love was tossed, at the creek haunts where I loved and lost. And oh my sweet, does the wind carry cries to the stars above from my tear-dimmed eyes? For each night I lay by these haunted streams, you visit me softly in the thorns of my dreams. Yes, the creek haunts with its lonesome moan, a cradle of echoes where I've grown old. The shadows stretch as the day departs in the creek haunts amidst broken hearts, a silhouette against the fading gloss, at the creek haunts where I loved and lost. So I'll saddle my sorrows, ride the dusty dawn by the creek that haunts where you're forever gone. And maybe these trails under skies vast and blue will one day heal the scars of losing you. But until then, in the dust I'll trust, at the creek haunts where I loved and lost.
There's a cabin on the ridge where the cottonwoods sigh, where we carved our names under that wide frontier sky. A scarf she left behind on the hook by the door still dances with the wind on that old wooden floor. Each creak sounds like the steps of her boots coming round, but it's just echoes of silence in the shadows I'm bound. Her goodbye tied down to the oak by the spring, where the waters run clear and the meadowlarks sing. Each sunset bleeds memories over gravel and ground. My heart rides the trails where her laughter once found. Oh, her goodbye tied down like a ghost in my town. In every dust swirl, her spirit spellbound. The seasons turn their pages, the rains washed away the paths to our dreams where old promises lay. From the porch I watch stars flicker where her eyes used to shine. There's just the cold whisper of the pines. A lone saddle sits idle where once we'd ride side by side. Now I roam these empty rooms where our love used to reside. Her goodbye tied down to the oak by the spring, where the waters run clear and the meadowlarks sing. Each sunset bleeds memories over gravel and ground. My heart rides the trails where her laughter once found. Oh, her goodbye tied down like a ghost in my town. In every dust swirl, her spirit spellbound. In the stillness of the night, I feel her close yet so far. A silhouette against the moon, a whispered sigh from a star. If this land could speak, it'd tell me to find where I belong. trail without her feels uncertain and wrong. Her goodbye tied down under skies vast and profound. I wander these lands where our love once was crowned. And as the horizon swallows the sun with a frown, in the heart of this cowboy, her goodbye's tied down. Her goodbye forever tied down.
Out where the cedar shadows lay, by the rusted gate on Fiddler's Bay, I remember her scarf red against the gray, and the promise we made at the break of day. Her laughter tangled in the wild oak breeze, while our dreams soared high like the birds and bees. Front porch creaks under moonlit teas, now nothing but silence and falling leaves. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear, where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting, now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. Years worn down like the old town road, gravel turned to dust where we once strode. That old log cabin, our love's abode, now empty, just the echo of the stories it holds. The rains came through, washed away the traces of tender touches and cherished places. Yet under the oak, where time embraces, I still see us dancing, lost in love's graces. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear, where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting, now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. So here I stand where the wild thyme grows, on the pathless walk where the river knows. I've ridden under sunsets through highs and lows, but your shadow beside me, endless as it goes. Yes, that rusted gate says nothing, and I'm still speaking to the stars so near. In the silence, your memory softly clutching to the heart of a cowboy who can't let go the fear, where the rusted gate stands solemn and the night draws near. I'm the echo of a love song, fading but always dear. out where the wild oak whispers to the wind. I found an old locket, rusted thin. Inside a curl of golden hair, haunted eyes, a sunlit stare, that lock of hair like prairie wheat. Underneath the oak, our secret need. Oh, rusty locket, you hold her smile, locked away, lost in time for a while. Beneath these endless, aching skies, every sunset her whisper replies. Heart worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty locket, we're still together. Years roll like thunder across these plains, footprints faded by summer rains. Used to ride by our daddy's farm, now there's nothing but an old empty barn. The porch where we danced is worn but stands. I still feel the touch of her vanished hands. Oh, rusty locket, you hold her smile, locked away, lost in time for a while. Across these wild lands, through dust and dew, lone trails I follow, thinking of you. Hard worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty locket, we're still together. Sometimes the night's so quiet it's profound, gravel roads whispering without a sound. Beneath the stars I reckon what's lost, echoes of laughter, the unbearable cost. In every shadow, in each line I roam, I find pieces of you calling me home. Oh, rusty locket, cradle her dreams. In the folds of your metal our love still gleams, but the trails grow longer as do the years, and memories fade, not the tears. Hard worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty locket, bind us forever. In the silence of the dusk, with the last light I see, rusty locket, part of you will always be with me. Whisper of the wind through the old oak trees, where the trail runs cold and the creek bends low, I found an echo of you in the shadow and the leaves, underneath that sky where our dreams used to float. By the dusty road, your old porch still stands, where you laughed and danced, your scarf in your hand. Boots sleeps by the door like he's waiting for your sound, but the night only answers with your memory's ghost. The stars overhead like the tears that I found, falling for the love, now a whisper of smoke in this lonesome heart, where the wild roses grow. Boots sleeps, but the winds they forever know. Years are rolled like thunder across these plains, saddles worn and dusty, just like my heart. cabin stands empty, just the shadows remain of the laughter that once filled, now tears us apart. Gravel roads, fading trails, to towns so quiet and still. Every sunset pulls my heart against its own will. Boot sleeps by the door where your footsteps fade, and the echoes of us are just whispers in the shade. The stars still weep with the pain of our tune, silent like the night with a heartache as vast as the dune. In this hollow soul where the cold winds blow, Boot sleeps, but the memories they never let go. Oh, the rivers run deep under moon's silver gleam, and I wander these lands caught in a dream. With each step I take, it's your name that the dust speaks. In the still of the night, where the old wood creaks, Boot sleeps by the door, not a stir, not a peep. In the quiet of the dawn, it's your love I still keep, underneath the vast sky where our wild hearts once roamed. Boot sleeps, and I wander forever alone, in the whispers of the wind where our story was sown. Boots dreams of you as I face each dusk on my own.
Out where the oak trees shadow gravel roads, I found your scarf, the one blue as dust. It danced with the wind like it did on them porch swings, where we counted stars in the whispers of rust. Oh, that scarf sank deep in the river of time, cradled by currents of tears that I've shed. Each thread a memory, each color a rhyme of the love we lost and the dreams we once wed. Now cabins lay empty where laughter once echoed, and trails fade where your boots stirred the dust. The prairie's still wide, but it's silent around me. As I wander these lands with your memory, I must. Oh, that scarf sank deep in the river of time, cradled by currents of tears that I've shed. Each thread a memory, each color a rhyme of the love we lost and the dreams we once wed. Under the vast skies I roam without aim, each sunset a closing, today's all the same. But in the cool night I hold close your token,
Yes, that scarf sank deep where my heartaches reside, below the wild rivers where lonesome men ride. And though I keep riding through rain, dust, and time, it's your scarf, your memory, that old lifeline. Oh, it's never letting go as I roam forever tide.
In the shadow of an oak, by the creek where whispers float, I found a faded scarf, blue as the summer sky. It was there beneath our tree, in the wild breath of the spring, where you promise love is endless as the plain so wide. Now the empty bed sleeps alone, where your laughter once filled the dawn, and the wind sings through the screen door, a lonesome haunting song. Every sunset spills its gold on the porch where our story's told, but love's a trail gone cold in the night where the wild things roam. The cabin holds your echo in the creek, a weathered floor, while the gravel road lays quiet neath the moon's pale watchful light. My saddle's worn and tired, like the heart I can't restore, since the day you took the city lights and left the starry sky. The empty bed sleeps alone, where your warmth was my only home. Now the rain taps out your goodbye on dusty window bones. Every sunrise bleeds and streaks on the hills where you kiss my cheek, but love's a word too sleek for a heart turned stone. Underneath the vast frontier where the stars hold back their tears, I wander with the ghost of what we've lost. Yet in every drifting cloud, in every cry so wild and loud, I find your smile veiled softly in the desert's frost. And the empty bed sleeps alone with the dreams where you still come home, and the wind whispers your name like it's a sacred flame. Though I roam these trails by day, by night, it's you I still betray, 'cause in my heart you stay where the empty bed sleeps forever the same. Out where the oak trees meet the high desert sand, I first saw her silhouette
against the sun's descent. An old cabin stood, weathered by wind and rain, where echoes of laughter trace the edge of my pain. She danced on the porch, a scarf in her breeze, her laughter a melody, soft as the whispering leaves. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. Years flowed like the river across the gravel roads, where once we wandered, now I walk alone. The saddle sits dusty on an empty, tired mare. Her eyes look to the trail as if she still sees you there. That old porch swing sways with a creaking sound, a symphony of what was lost and never to be found. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. So here's my confession on this long and lonesome ride. The heart holds on to love as the soul tries to hide in the dust of the trails, in the rain that starts to fall. I've learned that shadows linger even as the night calls. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain. Every sunset paints the pain in colors of the love I can't reclaim. His shadow called my name, and I'm still calling hers in vain. In the distance a coyote calls to the moon, a lone and haunting tune, as his shadow fades away like the closing of a day too soon.
Underneath the whispering pines, where the moonlight used to lay, I found an old oak shadow that looked like yours in a wistful way. We carved our names, young and bold, on that rugged bark so fine. Now I trace those faded letters where your hand once slipped into mine. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread alone. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, now just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't hold. The porch still creaks like it did when we'd swing into the night, but now it groans under the weight of a lonesome fading light. That old cabin by the creek stands empty, walls turn cold, where once the warmth of your smile turned silver threads into gold. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread along. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, not just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't hold. The saddle's worn, the reins hang loose where you once rode beside. A trail of dust, a silent cry, a heartache vast and wide. In the hush of rain, in the rustle of leaves, I hear a soft goodbye. A whisper in the moonlight, under the endless, aching sky. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road, my steps echo your name. Lost in the winds of time, love's a dying flame. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale retold. Moonlight whispers, darling, in dreams where I still hold you close, neath the ever watchful eyes of the moonlit whispering skies.
In the shadow of the oak where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile by the riverside. Golden laughter in the air, scarf dancing with grace. Every memory of her is tied to this place. Sun setting low, painted sky so bold in her eyes. A story of old. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Every drop's like a tear from the skies, echo in my heart, silent cries. This wandering soul beneath wide brims, and keeps riding on while the light dims. The years have turned, the cabins lay empty and still. Gravel roads forgotten, grass growing at its will. Where laughter once lived, now only winds reply. Echoes of what was beneath the endless sky. Her scarf found a home on a cold saddle horn, left me with the echoes of a love worn. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Each drop's a fragment of past delights, fading trails in the failing lights. This wandering soul beneath wide brims, it keeps riding on while the light dims. Underneath the vastness, where the quiet lands speak, I find her whispers in the creek. Though I roam forever, part of me stays entwined with her in the yesterdays. The rain still waits, it knows my name on the old porch swing. Nothing's the same. But my heart finds in every sunset her ties that bind. This lonesome road, these wild domains, I ride alone. But the rain waits.
I rode back through the county gate. Same dust, same hills, same twist of fate. The church still leans near Miller's Creek. The porch lights dim, but time still speaks. I saw her there with grace and grace. Same green eyes, same summer face. I took my hat off, said it's me. She smiled and asked politely, who'd you be? She forgotten my name, like wind forgets a whispered flame, like snow forgets the prints it keeps, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I stood there full of years and shame and watched her eyes not spark the same. You think time heals, but damn it maims. She forgot my name. I wrote her letters I never sent, kept them folded, edge bent. I carved our song on an old guitar, played it nightly under stars. I pictured hugs, not shaking hands. I planned to stay, not just passing land. But love, it fades when not reclaimed, and people change, and faces blame. She'd forgotten my name, the one she once sang in the rain, the one she stitched on flannel red, the one I swore she'd never shed. But hearts move on like seasons aim, and I was fall and she chose spring. I brought my past, she packed her flame. I left with pain, returned with hope, but she just smiled like we never wrote a single page in this old book. Guess I read too long while she just shook. She forgotten my name, not with malice, not with shame, just like a road that closed one day while I still walk the other way. I tipped my hat, turned back through pain, and whispered low into the plain, if I'm just dust, don't light the flame. She forgot my name. The creek where the wild oaks grow, I first saw her in the spring soft glow. Her laugh was a melody, played low and sweet, under the shade where our two worlds meet. But now the oak leaves whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers neath those ancient trees. The sunset her memory across the sky, but under these stars alone, all I do is cry. We shared our dreams on an old porch swing, her scarf a splash of color in the autumn's cling. The cabin's empty where laughter used to ride, only dust dances now where our secrets used to hide. And the still whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers neath those ancient trees. Every sunset steals a color I used to know, leaving just shadows where we used to glow.
the gravel road I pause and see her trace. In the fading trail of gentle lingering grace. What's gone is gone like the river's endless flow. She's a part of every place I go. To the wind, a reminder that some loves once lost never end. Now every sunset lets her memory invade the silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. The wind carries away the song of our yesterday. Heart walked away, but her soul's here to stay.
In the shadow of the canyon, where the oak tree stands alone, I found your scarf, the one you wore, now faded, frayed and blown. The wind whispers secrets through the branches overhead, echoes of the sweet words to me you once had said. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. These gravel roads, they twist and turn past porches old and worn, each creaking board a testament to vows once sweetly sworn. But time it rode a swifter steed, took you far from these wild lands, left me roaming solo with just shadows holding hands. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. I've worn my sorrow like an old leather saddle, riding trails of solitude, too lonesome to straddle. But every gust, every storm that I weather ties me stronger to the ghost of your tether. So let the wind whisper soft, let it howl, let it moan. I'll walk these empty cabins, these forgotten roads alone, as the dusk claims the day with a deep purple sigh. I'm a shadow in the sunset with no tears left to cry, where the paths fade away in the lands you once roamed. The wind whispers your name, my heart's final